just have fun with it. You downloaded the app because either you wanted to rap or you wanted to sing and you wanted to share your music with people. Some people don't even do that. Some people have the app and they just leave their stuff in private. It's just do what you like. Want to do.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Rapchat Sessions podcast. I'm your host, Classy Beats, and I'm excited to welcome our guest today, Mandy X. How's it going, Mandy?
It's going good. How are you, Classy?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited about this one. Happy to have you on. We can kind of go ahead and get started. You can introduce yourself. Tell people who you are, how you got started as an artist, all that good stuff.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Mandy X. Mandy X. The X, I'm sure a lot of people wonder what it means. So
yeah, I don't know the story behind that myself, actually.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. When I first got Rapchat, it was December 2020, so not very long. My first name was Misfit Chick, and then so people kept leaving comments, like muscles and would leave weights and stuff, and then I was that I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean fit. I mean, I'm a misfit. So that was
right.
Shit. So I was like, I'll try the Rapchat generator. That didn't work. Yeah, that was bad. So just on my part, I didn't like any of them. So right? Yeah. And you can take that out. So I went with my name, and Mandy was already taken by somebody who had a ton of followers, or 0 followers and 0 songs. So I was like, well, dang it. So I added a punctuation at the end. The X, that's the punctuation mark. So
there it is.
And now it's my thing, so it's fine.
That's a whole story. Wow, yeah. That's hilarious.
Great.
What are some of the? Do you remember some of the things that the generator came up with?
Oh, throwback, or not throwback. Oh my gosh, they were crazy. Let's see. Let me think. Gangsta Princess, something like that.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually dope.
It's pretty dope, actually. But I'm gonna stick with Mandy X just because it's who I am.
It's working out well for you so far, so let's keep it going.
People.
So kind of tell the story of Mandy X. I know you just talked about it a little bit, but what got you started? Into music, into rapping, singing. All that good stuff.
Growing up, me and my sister and my family were all musical. Mm-hmm. My dad and my mom used to tell me and my sister, hey, we're gonna have karaoke night, and we used to do that every Friday night, right?
Oh, so that's awesome.
Go to her room and get ready, and it'd take her 2 minutes. She'd come out, I'm ready. And me, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm in there for 30 minutes. I'm not ready. My choreography is not right. I gotta get it right. So we come out. My dad had a video camera, and we just did. That's how I grew up doing that. Now my dad's famous on Star Maker, and my sister's a great singer. She actually does all the idols in the area. So
yeah, she's awesome.
Singer. But in high school, I was the lead. I was the lead my senior year in our musical. But do you know High School Musical, the Disney?
Of course, yeah.
So our high school was the first one in the nation to do the actual musical on stage.
Oh, nice.
Guess what part I played? And I didn't even go for the lead roles. I should have went for
Sharpay, of course.
But I didn't go for her part. I only went for Taylor McKessie. Yeah. I went for Taylor McKessie, and I got it. And I was a junior, so I was kind of shy and I don't know. I was Sharpay. Looking back, I should have totally went for Sharpay.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, Taylor McKessie was fun though. She was the only one who had the loud vocals, the wide range. It was really fun. So. Mm-hmm. So in high school, I was an athlete, and I was, I sang and stuff. So I had to go straight from practice straight to music practice. And it was a lot learning how to multitask, but it's helped me in my adult life, so.
For sure. Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah. And then, I've been singing ever since. I play piano a little bit, and then I found Rapchat, and it's my second family, my home.
Yeah. So
many friends on there.
So where did the rap part come from? Because I feel that's a little bit of a jump from High School Musical to to Drake.
True story. That's actually because I used to rap. I freestyle a lot with my friends here, in person, and I like to. It's just a way of expressing myself. So I honestly downloaded Rapchat to rap. I was just gonna get on there and spit some bars, and then
that's awesome.
We've kind of allowed all types of music, and I think that's awesome, but I still try to rap here and there. Rapping is my favorite thing to do, like, you know, when I just want to express how I feel. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. Well, I know you play the piano some. Are there any, other instruments that you learned, and how did that help you, in your music journey?
Yeah, so I don't know what they call it, but I like chord read. So you know you
Yeah.
can chord and then you just like play along, and then I use my voice as like the melody. So
Hmm.
I can't really play the melodies. I can't read the music. I can read chords and then I play chords. So yeah, I mean it's helped me as far as harmonization goes. Learning, because harmonizing, that's obviously something I'm kind of obsessed with. If anybody who listens to me, sometimes a little too much, but
Yeah.
something I
No, I
definitely
love it.
love to
It's
do. It's
great.
so fun. I'll be Justin Bieber will play on the radio and I will just like start harmonizing with him, mid
Hmm.
car while I'm driving. Because it's just so fun. So I think it's a great sound. So
Hmm.
yeah. So piano, I really I don't play my own music on the piano. I wish I could like start playing my own stuff, but I
Yeah.
usually do covers. We'll get into that, I'm sure, in a second.
Oh yeah. Oh no, for sure. And that leads into the next question. I think is good is, um, what does your creative process look like, as far
Yeah.
as, from start to finish with the song, how you come up with ideas?
Yeah, so I really just try to do whatever I can to get Class C to get in trouble for copyright. Just kidding.
It's it's
No,
true. Yeah,
honestly,
you gotta talk about that. You gotta talk.
I
You
will.
can't just, yeah,
I
you
always
got.
do 10 seconds or less, so you can't get in trouble. That's how that.
I
So,
appreciate it.
anyways, I'm just kidding. So like my first song I ever put out on YouTube Live was that day you mispronounced my name pretty
Oh,
bad.
that's
And I looked at
hilarious.
my TV and I was like, what? I was like yelling at my TV, say it right. What? And then Rila commented on there and said, I think this is a cover that's already been done or something.
Yeah.
Remember this? And it was me, it was my voice on Rapchat. And I was
Yeah.
no, I was like, and my phone had died, so I couldn't comment, but it was on my TV, and it was just like. But anyways, that was the first song I ever did, and it was a
Yeah.
90s like that la 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 around the world song.
Hmm.
I feel like I've done a lot of songs on not sorry. What I do is I take new beats by producers now, and then I take songs and I try to remix them into their own, my own style.
Hmm.
Um, how I do that is, this is a secret I'm going to give out to everybody.
Give out the gems. Here we go.
I go search for keys, what R&B songs, and whatever key your guys' beat is in. And then that's how I base off, then I just start going through and I just start humming it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. I'm going to do that. Or if
That's
it's
awesome.
song or whatever. But I'm going to try to stay away from that because for some reason it's good for like Instagram platform. Like people actually like it.
Hmm.
Rapchat does too, but at the same time, I'm going to try to keep my Rapchat just for specifically like my songs that I write. So you may not see as much.
Yeah, but that's a
On
great
Instagram, I
idea.
guess.
I think that's a brilliant idea though, using, the same key and just kind of
Yeah.
harmonizing or humming with the song that's already made. I did not realize that you did that. That's so
Yeah.
smart.
It's nice. Yeah, it's really fun. I love when there's a ton of choices and I'm like, yes, like which one do I use?
So talk about your journey on Rapchat, I guess, with, you're a part of BWE. You've got
Yes.
over 80,000 followers and steadily growing on Rapchat. So what was that process? What did that process look like? How did you build fans? Goodness, excuse me. How did you build
Yeah.
fans and develop, just your original sound?
Yeah. So it all started when I first got on Snapchat. The first person to reach out to me was Paradox, Yin Yang Gang. I don't think Yin Yang Gang is still a thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I remember I was like, oh my gosh, like someone's talking to me. This is great. And we did a collab. And then Karima reached out to me and because I knew BWE was like a big deal. And so
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. But I had loyalty to Yin Yang Gang. So it was like a whole thing where I was like, what do I do? And she's like, you can stay in both. So like, long story short, I didn't leave both groups. And then
Oh, wow.
I was just by myself for a long time. And then I asked BWE, Karima said I could always come back if I wanted. And so I was doing songs with all the BWE people anyway, so it was like, why am I not in the group? And so I went back to BWE, and I've been there ever since, and it's been pretty great. But yeah, my sound. I go back and listen to songs that I did in the beginning, and I'm just like, who told me that sounded good? Because like, you know what I mean?
We all do it. Yeah, don't feel bad.
I've taken so many down, and I'm just like, golly, I cringe like listening to them. But
yeah, and I mean that's all of us. It's all a part of the journey.
I go back to your first beat you ever made sometimes.
Please don't do that. It's so bad.
No, it's not. I did listen to. I've done okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever told you this, but when I first got on Rapchat and like started listening to beats, you were the first producer. I was like, I vibe with his music, so I kept going to beats every time. Like you were like,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I know. And then I found a couple others, but I have so many songs that are in the that are in private on your beats that are just. I mean, they're awful. Great beat, awful.
No, the beats are probably awful too.
No, they're not. Man, it's bad. So, anyways.
Yeah, it's one of those things for me with beats. Is like when I'm in the moment, you know, I feel like, yeah, this is the best beat ever. It sounds great, and then I go back and listen to it, and I'm like, oh my god.
You explained it so well. Sometimes you told me one time, and it was the best advice you ever gave me, was that when you overdo something, you know what I mean. You can overdo a song. Like you can just. Yeah. I kept going in there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just kept doing things to it. It eventually became trash because I just kept doing too much to it, you know. And producers do that too sometimes. So it made me feel better.
Yeah, producers especially, you know, because you think about it, we're working on the beat, right? And we're hearing the beat, and it's like, oh, I could add this. Oh, I could add this part. Oh, this lead would be cool. And we almost lose track of, you know, what the intention of the beat was for an artist. And then we just put too much in there, and it ends up not being usable.
Right. You just like made a whole band sound. Like you just like,
yeah, exactly.
You're like, I just made a whole song. We could just put this on the radio right now without any kind of artist on it, because it's just a whole song. Yeah, I do that all the time, especially with my harmonies and stuff. Like I just be extra with it, and I took your advice, and I've been trying just to be simple. Simple sometimes is better, I think. So
yeah, I wish I could take ownership of that advice, but that's advice, you know, that's spread a lot in the producer community, and I've gotten from other people, but it helps. It helps out a lot, because if you keep it simple and it's something that people can vibe to, and, you know, in your case, sing along with, then it's a solid track.
Yes. Like, 100%.
Do you have, like, when you're creating a song, do you have a standard process that you go through when creating a track, you know, other than just finding the key? Like, how do you search for beats?
Oh, I search for beats.
What does that look like?
I do it just, see, I'm not very familiar with producer world stuff. So I don't know if it's a good 808. I don't know if it's good hi-hat. I don't know these things. But what I look for is like, I type in type beats. I do that. So like Cardi B type beat or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just have my producers, like that, you know, the ones that I listen to all the time. I go to their page and I like listen to their stuff sometimes, you know, and see which one I do. But you put out a beat once a day, which is crazy. How do you do that? Sorry, I'm interviewing you
now. No, it's a good question. Honestly, it's just being consistent and setting aside that time, which is actually, I'm glad you asked that, because that's a great segue into my next question. But it's just taking the time out in the day. So, you know, I get up and I do my gym thing in the morning. Right after that, I make a beat. And then I do the other work I have to do throughout the day. And if I have more time, you know, it's nice to get ahead, especially before the weekends come, like on a Friday or a Saturday, and get some more beats done. And then that's pretty much it.
Impressive. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely impressed by that. Sorry.
Well, it's you know, it's work. It's time management is the biggest thing. Just the time management aspect of it, because you have to just make it a priority, which I'm sure you see too, because you make a lot of songs, and that's something I want to ask you about too. You're obviously working. You're at work right now. You know, taking a little break. So how do you balance that personally? Like, that's a lot. It's a lot, and it's not easy.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have so much passion for what I do. Like
Mm.
I have passion for both things. So like I put the time into my music because I want to, which I was going to touch base on you about advice for Rapchat artists about songs having wanting them done immediately. We just all need to be respectful of each other's time, and I try to get them done as quickly as I can. Then again I don't. Anyway, let's go back to your question. Sorry for getting off track.
Yeah, you're
There.
talking about collaboration.
Yeah, I was talking
Yeah,
about.
we'll talk. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. Go ahead.
So, but yeah, I have passion for both. So I put when I'm at work, I work and I work on my. I'm a paralegal, I'm a litigation paralegal.
Mm.
So, it's a lot of work. But when I get off work, like that's something. Music is something that I'm very passionate about, and it's another way. It's like therapy. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't sleep. That's the other. That's the other kicker. I sleep like 3 hours a night, maybe 4.
Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah. So, I mean, my time is limited, but I use the 24 hours in the day the best that I can.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
So what's some advice that you would give to an artist that's, trying to balance everything? They're trying to make music. They're just starting out. What are some ways that they can get started?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm the best one to give advice for this, but because I am a perfectionist, and that seems to be my biggest barrier. Like, as far as getting a track done and completed, is because I get back and I'm like, it's terrible. I got to fix this, got to fix that. At first, when you're just starting out, just have fun with it because, like, that's what I did, and I literally, I just wanted to get my music out there. You can start critiquing yourself later, I feel like. When you first, just have fun with it. Start networking with people. Like, I've met so many people on Rapchat. And, as time evolves, like, I obviously look at my tracks a little bit more, you know, like every fine detail, trying to get it, figured out. But at
Right.
first, yeah, just have fun with it. You downloaded the app because either, you wanted to rap or you wanted to sing and you wanted to share your music with people. Some people don't even do that. Some people have the app and they just leave their stuff in private. So, and then it's just do what you like, want to do as far as just don't take too much time away from one or the other. Does that make sense? You don't want to completely neglect your whole life, your family. You don't want to neglect everything in your life for your music or for your job. It's just part of balancing life, I guess.
Yeah.
Balancing life. So, which I'm still learning. Everybody still learns every day. But yeah, just have fun with it when you first start out. Just be creative. That's the best part. It's like that creative process. There's just listening to a beat and then being like, I know how Akuma told me he does it. He says he hums at first, like he hums, and then eventually he just finds words that go together. He's like one of the best lyricists like I've ever. And he's 16. Okay, we'll talk about him later, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, he's definitely dope.
Creative. It's really just about. It's just about like just being yourself and, just having a good time. I mean, really.
Well, now that you mentioned it, I want to go back to the point that you mentioned earlier about collaborations. I know you said Paradox kind of reached out to you and was like, you need to get on here, let's collab. And you mentioned Akuma. So talk about collaborations and how important that is to the creation process.
So important because like if you can put your own songs out all day long, but if you're not collabing with people, they aren't gonna hear. I mean, it's just I don't know if it's like a psychology thing or what, but when you put songs with other people, so some audiences may like Systovis, but now I'm on a song with Systovis, so his audience is gonna hear my music, and that's cool. They get to finally hear me, right?
Exactly.
So, and as far as sending out songs to people, it's okay to tell an artist, hey, because I mean, this artist worked on this song for a long time, and they put all their energy and into this song. They send it to you. So say someone sends a song to me, and I'm like, I don't think I can do a good job on your song. Your song's amazing. You don't need me on the song, or whatever it may be. You're not vibing with it, or whatever. Artists need to learn to accept no, or not. Hey, I think this song's better off if you just do it by yourself, or find somebody else because I just don't think I'm the best fit for it. I feel like, that's how I feel. I mean, there's songs sometimes I'm like, dang, this song is fire. I'm going to mess it up. I'm not at that point yet. I'm not at their level yet or whatever it may be to make that song a whole amazing song. Does that make sense? So
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
telling them, hey, your song's amazing. Or even if you're just not vibing with it, be like, hey, you want to try something different? Like, I'm just not feeling it. So, I mean, there's different ways to obviously approach it, but I wish artists would be more okay to that answer, you know, because then it's, you know, that's probably my advice to rap chat artists. It's like, it's okay if someone says, hey, your song's amazing. You just need to go ahead and just do it without me or whatever.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah.
don't you think? I mean, you can't buy.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't
I agree.
collaborate with every single person, and that's okay. I mean every single song. You can't collaborate on every single song. I probably have 50 songs in my, and you know, 50 collabs waiting on me right now.
Yeah,
50,
that's a lot.
yeah,
That's a
and then
lot
I
of
got people
collab.
that's like, "Where's my collab?" I'm like, "Try," but I will go listen to it at first to see and make sure it's my style or something I can even do. I
Right.
mean, I sing Spanish. I sing. I'm just kidding. I did sing Spanish one time though.
Yeah, I remember. I
I
know
got a million
exactly
different
which track you're
styles. I
talking
can be a
about.
rapper, whatever.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
So
man.
talk about that too, because I think the networking part of it is key. Um, how did you move once you got into making music, and once you decided this is something that you wanted to do? How did you reach out to people? How did you get people to even want to collab with you?
Yeah. So at first it's hard because your name is not known. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to make one song that is just so fire that people want to know you. I mean, that's how I feel. I think it's that one song that really pretty much sets you apart from, you know, makes you unique. Oh wow, who's this girl? Hey, I want to listen to her again. Oh, maybe she'll collab, or you know, and then I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's a good one. Cystovis. I always wanted to collab with him. Okay, like
Mm-hmm.
it was a dream of mine. And I reached out to him. I was like, he's not gonna respond. There's no way. You know, whatever. And I'll never forget the time he did. He's like, sure. And I'm like, what? And it's because I at least had a couple songs under my belt that were decent.
Right.
And the first time me and Cystovis collabed, we broke the ice by going back and forth without. So we played this game. It's like we go back and forth on bars without stopping. So you can't go back and edit. We just say what we feel, and we send. That's how we broke the ice. It was really
That's
funny.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really fun. I wish you would. Yeah, and we actually turned those little songs into actual songs. Kryptonite and let's see, and Crazy, the Crazy song.
Oh yeah.
That one is just, that was me and him, but I just took his part out because it was kind of a personal song or whatever. So, but yeah, it was really cool. So yeah,
That's so cool.
it's about getting a song or two under your belt, and then they'll listen to you. If it, you know, you have to, you kind of just have to network. I mean, one person's gonna know you now, and they're gonna tell this person, and this person's gonna tell this person, and then you get involved in these groups that we have on
Yeah.
Rapchat. That's the best way, is getting involved in these groups. So there's plenty to choose from. I think there's like, I don't know how many there is, but there's a lot.
Yes, there are a lot for sure. But I think you picked a good one, and it's worked out so far for you. So
Yeah, I love BW. They're my peeps.
yeah, and that's important, because
Yeah.
like you said, once you collab with someone and their fans see and hear your music,
Mm-hmm.
they'll come and
Yeah.
listen to your music, and then you continue the process going. It's like compound interest. Like you just keep growing and growing from there.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Mhm.
100%. And it helps when you know, are positive, you know,
Mhm.
commenting. And when you show love on other people's posts and other people's songs, it's
Yeah,
reciprocated back to you. It is like it just is. It's just, I think it's some kind of science. So I mean, it just, if you show love on people's posts and go listen to their music, they will reciprocate it back to you. Whether it
so
be
true.
whether it be a direct message, something, you'll you'll see.
Yep,
Yeah.
so true. So I want to pivot a little bit and talk about your branding and you building your personal brand as an artist. You're not only going crazy on Rapchat and doing well there, but you're doing a lot on Instagram as well. So kind of talk about how that process worked for you. What tools are you using to grow, and what your thought process was behind, working on your Instagram, because it's not easy.
No. So luckily, I was introduced to a pretty fabulous producer by the name of I am CG Beats. I am
Yes, it's my boy. Shout out to
Regiment.
CG.
He's definitely the one who, you know, kind of enlightened me on how this how this world works, how the social media aspect of things work, specifically Instagram. And I could go into, conversation about, do you want me to do that? You got to cut this out.
Yeah,
So,
it's totally up to you. Yeah, let them know.
okay. So CG, he gave me all the tools I needed to become, to get more followers, to get more exposure, to get more credibility on Instagram. And now I'm able to do the same for other people. So, I think that's really cool that he gave me the opportunity. And now I have all this information I want to share with others too.
Mhm.
But and I'm still growing. It's about, it's just about getting that exposure, getting our songs out there to be heard. You can be the best singer all day, but if no one's hearing your stuff, it's all about promoting. It's all about marketing, and it's just the world we live in. Hello, 2021.
Yeah,
It really is. Getting on the page is something that's just, you just have to be able to beat the algorithm. And if you want to know how, hit me up, Art Classy.
Yeah. And did you have a strict process as far as like how many times you were going to post, what was going on your story, or did you just kind of like, I'm just whatever I'm feeling, I'm going to put out and see how it goes?
Yeah, so I have a lot of stuff in the archive now because I was
Yeah,
at
me
the point
too.
where I was posting everything I had, like everything. I mean, I was driving
Yeah.
and like, whatever. And I took all that kind of stuff down. Now I post only quality content. I think quality content is huge because in aesthetic, I've always had this big thing. Me and Stovey both. Aesthetic matters. So like, you know what aesthetic means, right? Something's aesthetic.
Absolutely.
Page looks nice with the colors. If you go look at my Spotify, I've got nice colors. So pink and blue. But yeah, I think aesthetic is huge. You always have this. I like yours because you stay consistent with yours. There's some artists that have these crazy covers, and I'm just like, no, like
it doesn't make sense, right?
Right. It doesn't it doesn't flow. So anyways, I think aesthetic, that's a big deal. Quality content, making sure your page looks great and stuff. So, and I don't use Linktree, but I use this other app called Shorby. Have you heard of it?
I have not heard of that one. No.
Yeah, it's like Linktree, but I like the way it looks better. I like it's more like you'll go look at it if you want. It's on Instagram, but it has all your links and stuff, so you don't have your Instagram just full of, big paragraph or whatever. So,
and
which I do have. I have some stuff on there, but yeah, as far as like the content that you can like see, I just make the best of the best on my page. The best of the best are on my actual page. If you want to look at my stories in there, you can go click on. There's one called Classy Beats. There's one called CG Beats.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, we ended up having so many songs and stuff. I was like, and so many so I was like, I'm gonna make them their own.
How important is it just having your brand looking right on Instagram and across, all social media?
Yeah, I think it's very important if you want people to look at you and take you seriously, to build credibility. People, I know I did when I go look at pages and I'm like, oh, okay. Not that to say you're not a great artist if you only have 100 followers. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that the more credible you look, the more people are going to look at your page, the more you're going to get exposure, and they'll actually listen to your song. I mean, think about it. If you went to somebody who had like 5 followers, you may not even go listen to their song on their page. You know what I mean? So I think it's very important building that brand and having that, just having that overall, and across all, like I say this, my Spotify, I'm not very proud of right now, and I'm working on getting that up. I'd love for people to come follow me on Spotify, because right now I've got like a measly 5 listeners, and I'm just like, I don't think people know about it. So it's all about promoting. It's all about marketing yourself, and if you don't, your music just won't get heard. It just won't. It's all about promotion. It's just 2021. It's part of. It's just like that in everything in life,
I agree.
Is whatever it may be. You have to promote yourself.
So you talked a little bit earlier about your process when you find beats, but what is some advice that you would give to producers who are making beats for artists, as far as what they should be listening for when they're making beats? What are some things that you look for in a beat?
Like I always like the verse a little pre-chorus, the hook. Okay, so you guys all do it pretty great. And like I said, I'm not very familiar with the ins and outs of being. I mean, I saw a producer one time create a masterpiece, but I had no idea you guys clicked a key on a mouse. Like you guys were. I thought you guys were over here with your little things, kicking the beats and stuff. No.
Yeah.
So he was just like, I was like, what are you doing? And it was just really funny.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, it was really funny. I guess you have MIDIs that you can hook up and stuff if you wanted. Do you play piano? Do you play guitar or piano?
Yes, I play a lot. So I play violin, guitar, bass, electric guitar, piano, and I think that's it. Yeah, I've been playing those for a long time.
That's awesome. Like I did not know that. So wow. But anyways, my advice, honestly, can you guys explain someday what free at the beginning of your like YouTube link means? What's that mean? Because I know it's not free. I know you're supposed to go to a website and you're supposed to buy the beats, right? So I think people are misconstruing it. At least artists.
Talk about that. Now I want to hear more because this is an important conversation for producers.
So I just don't know what that means, and I know a lot of artists don't. A lot of artists are taking your guys' beats and then But as far as I wish that we could do a little bit more R&B vibes. I'm talking like not much to them. Like, do you listen to LMI at all? Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, like her beats are kind of like I don't know the correct terminology, but there's just like not much to them. It's almost like it'd be maybe simpler for you guys. It probably is way more difficult to do that, but there's just not going to be a lot of extra. It's like the same all the way through almost. Then at the very end might be a finale. I don't know. But anyways, as far as I don't really have advice for producers other than explain more to people like myself who are naive, who don't know. Like I always go and buy your beats, but I don't know what the free means. I know some use your beats and they said, well, it said free. I'm like, no. So can you explain what's it mean?
No, that is great. So you're talking about on YouTube?
Yeah, like you guys put the parentheses before it says free.
Yeah. So it's funny you bring that up because that's actually I won't say now. It's kind of always been a big topic of conversation in the producer community. Free beats versus not free beats. You talk to producers in the industry and a lot of them have zero respect for producers who are internet producers, as they say, because they're giving away free beats. Now there's no general statement I can make for when someone puts free on their video or gives out free beats because it's different each time, which I'm sure could be frustrating as an artist.
Yeah.
But in general, I guess it's really hard to say.
Do you guys do it for traffic? Like, do you get more hits on your stuff?
Some producers do it purely for traffic. So, there's depending on the platform you use. If someone goes and downloads a free beat, they'll download it and you'll get a follow on your YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, or you'll just collect their email so you can retarget them later. Or, some people will have it to where it's free and you can have the beat and you can actually use that beat to distribute it. But if you want to take maybe the tag off of the beat, then you have to purchase it. Right. Some producers, they have it to where, it's free, non-for-profit. So you can record over the beat, practice on the beat, make a track with it, but you can't distribute it anywhere else. So it's, I can understand how that could be
streamlined at all, really.
So the next thing I was going to ask you was, what's next for you? What do you have going on the music side, Instagram, whatever? Yeah.
So like I said earlier, if anybody wants to get some help on how to make their Instagram poppin' and litty, that's how I say it, get litty, then hit me up, hit Class C up, maybe able to help you out, or hit CG Beats up, whoever. Or I'm not even sure who else is. Systovis, I think is one too. But I do, as far as my music, what I plan on doing in the next coming months, I'm literally still trying to find my sound. I'm so early in the game. Think about it. I started 6 months ago. Yeah, 6 months ago on Rapchat. So I still can't figure out the right FX on, when I sing and stuff. And so I'm trying to find my sound before I make drop any kind of EP. So, but eventually I would love to. And you know what? I had a great idea. I thought about making an album just because of like about each person or artist that's influenced me along the way. How cool would that be? And then like, or yeah, get a whole song, a whole album for them. Like,
That's awesome.
that'd be cool, huh? Like, I mean, I think people would buy it for sure. So, they're like, yeah, I'm number 6 on her album. Okay, that's the name of the song is my name. I'm gonna buy it. So,
Yeah, that'd be a great way to show love for sure. And to I think it could build your fan base as well, because they're gonna tell people to go check it out. And yeah, that's a smart idea.
Oh, I thought about doing remixes, but there's too many cover licenses I'd have to freaking get. I had to figure out. So
yeah, it's definitely
I know Alex Wiley wasn't really proud of my Drake remix, but I don't care because I still like it. So because I'm sorry, but that is an art in itself. Taking a song and putting them onto one beat. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I definitely
took a lot of time and effort. So
I definitely agree 100%. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. In closing, is there anything that you'd like to say, and also make sure you tell people where they can follow you across all social media?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram. My name is X Mandy with an IE. It's not Mandy. Oh, sorry, that's a joke. If you guys have any time in your life, go to my Instagram. You can go to Class C. The story, it says Class C Beats on it. Click on it. The first thing you'll see is the way that Class C pronounces my name the first time. I love giving you shit. It's like my favorite thing. Sorry. And then after that, he's continued to do it and calls me Maddie and stuff. So it worked. Funny. Anyway, so yeah, Mandy, it's X Mandy XO. And then on Rapchat, I'm Mandy X. And then on Spotify, I'm Mandy X. And Apple and all those, I'm Mandy X everywhere else.
All right. Well, this has been a dope episode, Mandy. I appreciate you coming on and, giving some artists some advice and, kind of telling your story. It's been great, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been real fun. And just let me know when you want me to interview you, because I have more questions for these producers out here.
We'll definitely get it going, because I think I think we need to come together more and kind of get this relationship better.
Yeah, exactly. We do, definitely.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Class C. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Take care.